Okay, so I'm a little bit late today for getting this video done, but better late than never, right? Anyhow, um, today I've been processing a lot because realizing that financially there's a lot of things at stake. Thinking about this last week and how I had a little bit of a melt and took me back to the Great Depression when things really came down, crashing. Um, People were starting to build up, things were starting to grow financially, and so on. Then I looked up the Great Depression, the time frame. The time frame from the Great Depression being 1929 to 1939. Now, my great grandparents, where Bullington comes from, um, they were they they lost everything from the Great Depression. Um, my my great grandfather worked with the stock market, which is something I vow not to do. I will not work with the stock market simply because it's volatile, and I really feel it in my bones that there's another Great Depression on the horizon. Don't know when, I just know that it's on the horizon. I did do some research, which I'm really good with research, and I did find that even in the financial sector is even aware that there's something looming on the horizon. It's just there's too many things coming up. It's just making way too much sense. So one thing I do know is debt is not good. And I know there are some people who say not all debt is bad debt. Based on my research just recently, it confirmed my suspicion that even debt's considered good debt, not necessarily a good thing, simply because it can be brought down, and it can be actually one of the catalysts to like what brought down in the Great Depression. It's all a lot of finances. I remember going to a little seminar. I think it was yesterday. Seems about right that it was yesterday, and it was all about real estate investing for larger amounts. And I am into real estate investing. I didn't know I was into real estate investing until I defined what I like to do, and I was told, you do know that's real estate investing. I'm like, I did, but I didn't know that it was actually that. So means that I'm on the right track, means that I am definitely into real estate investing and into affiliate marketing and into being an agent status. I was agent back 24 years ago. I just know that I can't do agent stuff now because I don't have a license to practice, and I can do investments without a license, but I can work with people around that. That's where networking and collaboration, I'm all about networking and collaboration. I'm also all about keeping things on the up and up as much as possible. I'm all about keeping things as much on the straight and narrow as possible. I do not want to ever get into stock, Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, any of that stuff. Too risky. Granted, all investments do carry some risk. Those are like the stock market. And I am going back to this because they lost everything. And I'm remembering this in the back of my head. It's been passed down 3 generations. And that's why They talk about the 401k, the IRAs, the pensions, all of the different things, get investments. That's what the family's been all about, and I'm not buying it. The reason I'm not buying it is because they can be taken as fast as they can be given. So I'm not all about those. But I am all about taking what you do have and rolling it over. Plus the fact that it can be taken away from you in a snap. And if a business goes bye-bye, poop, done, gone. That money is out. I know somebody who's watched it happen. So I've been taking notes today. One thing is, I want to do some investigations on different tariffs because there's clarifications of what actually instigated the last Great Depression, and I don't want any part of it, but I know I'm going to be here for the next one. I know I know I'm going to be in the middle of it. I don't know why, don't know how, I just know I am. But I also know that if I do things similar but different from my great-grandfather, I will be doing better and have the family set up better in a much more lucrative setting. So, on the other aspect, I remember also learning about Laura Ingalls Wilder. And Laura Ingalls Wilder actually lived off of her book sales. I read about this, that she lived off of the royalties of her book sales during the Depression, because they lost everything else. They owned their home, they owned everything else, but all of the income stopped except for that. And it was a form of entertainment. And the least expensive forms of entertainment are the things that are going to be the most valuable, even now, even in the future. The least expensive entertainment and alcohol and cosmetics, all that stuff was top of the line. That was what maintained through it. So that's, I remember reading about that. So affiliate marketing is royalty is a form of affiliate marketing. You do books. You have books out there, and they're entertaining. You're gonna get royalty. So I looked up affiliate because it was suggested to me today to go and research groups that are all about affiliates and really connect, really grow, really network, which is what I'm about. Networking, collaborating, building, working together. So I'm looking at doing that, and I found that affiliate, ally, associate, sales associates, anybody in the retail industry? That's all a part of it. Department stores. Well, oh my gosh, how many just Burrow. Now, I haven't heard of Burrow so much, but made sense. Cell. Now, in this aspect of cell, talking like a cell phone, yeah, cell phone service is, if it's an affiliate, offshoot, definitely, branch. And when I thought of each of these words, it's like, oh my gosh, you'd never think of them like this, but they are. They really are. So, I have plans here in the very near future, and it's going to be huge. I just have been putting them together in the last few weeks. As you know, Bullington Enterprise took its birthing day on the 31st of January, and I'm building from it. and I'm growing it, and I'm really getting into it, and I'm getting into the ability equation and really what's involved in it. So that's what's been going on today. One of my contacts for a contract did fall through for the moment. It's been put on pause. But in the pause, I was given 5 referrals. So I'm excited to share the news. I've got a bunch of emails to create, write up, send out. Following up from a press kit that I talked about earlier, I am putting out some places that I learned in the past 48 hours that there's some different outlets that are looking for stories. So I'm going to be writing to those and sharing and see what happens. So this is a little bit extra of a long video, but I had a little bit more than the normal to share. So there you go. And yeah, I thought that the Great Depression information was very, for me, I only know it because my family's been affected by it in 4 generations now. And the irony is they say a generation is 20 years. Well, let's see, 20 to 40, 40 to 60, 60 to 80, 80 to 1, and then 20. So it's actually 5. Our family, and I said it's affected 1, 2, 3 generations. So yeah, it's a little longer. Our family lengthens out the generations. Anyhow, so this video has gone way longer than I expected. So if there's anything that comes from this that's really been interesting or insightful, give a like, comment, subscribe, because I am going to get juicier content onto this channel and onto my new channel that hasn't even gotten any videos actually active on it, but that's going to change this weekend. I am declaring it. It's going to change. And I'm also thinking about creating a podcast. I'm thinking about doing a podcast instead. Anyhow, feel free to shoot an email at any time about affiliate works, about marketing, about investing, if you're interested in any of those. There's an email in the description. Feel free to send me an email. And if you would like to see more work from home videos, also send an email to that address saying would like to look at work from home jobs. Till next time.